All right, I'm getting a lot of calls right now from two types of clients that are out there. I have clients who are worried that prices will go down. Maybe they're carrying some inventory or some properties that they don't have reserves on, and they're a little bit worried. And then I have my clients who have been waiting for prices to go down, and they're eager, and they're calling me and telling me that they're excited to get out there and make some deals. And that's probably the harder conversation to have right now, because my beliefs in the market are that prices necessarily aren't going to go down. And I want to talk about that on this month's episode and explain the reasoning behind that. The first thing that I want to point out to everybody is that we are not in a housing crisis. We are in a health crisis. We are in a recession, sure, and heading into that, but we're not in a housing crisis. And over the last 5 recessions, only one of those was an actual housing crisis, and that was the one that we saw prices go down on. That was 2008 foreclosure crisis. So of course it's fresh in everybody's mind that, hey, prices are going to come down because we're in a recession. It's not the case. So that's the first thing I wanted to mention. The next thing that I want to bring up, guys, is what is pricing, right? How do you get pricing on a property? Well, you get pricing from supply and demand. I mean, that's it. Supply and demand determines pricing of everything in this world. Here in San Diego, we have a big luxury. One, we are 98% built out. You can't build homes here. All you can do is tear down and then develop. So we're already 98% built out. So that brings up our property values. Second thing is we're in such a desirable area that we get people from around the world trying to move here. So the demand is high and the supply is low, and it's going to remain low. So that's going to hold our pricing, I think, very consistent to where it is for the short term, and then even coming out of this once we get things rolling. So here's one of the facts that I want to bring up to justify the reason why I don't think pricing is going to go down. And that's really, how do we classify a market as being a strong market, whether that be a seller's market or a buyer's market? And usually how we classify that is by how much inventory we have, the month supply of inventory. Meaning, if we didn't list any more homes, how long would it take to sell off every property that we have? Right now, actually, according to last month, we had our monthly supply drop 33%. It's one of the lowest points it's been at 1.6 months, meaning it would take us 1.6 months to sell off all of our current inventory. That puts us in an extremely seller's market, meaning we have a ton of demand and low supply. So even if we see that increase all the way up to 6 months of inventory, that 6-month level is actually what's classified as a healthy market. So that's one of the big reasons why I think we aren't going to see pricing go down. It's just because the monthly inventory is so low that it's going to take us so long to get up into a buyer's market, into that 8-9 month range of inventory, that we're not going to see pricing come down or it to shift over into an extreme buyer's market. The next fact that I want to look up or I want to talk about is how much inventory we've seen come on during the COVID crisis, right? So over the last 3 weeks, I've been watching it carefully, we have seen 5,722 new listings hit the market, which is actually pretty standard for the time that we're in. The shocking number is that we had 4,772 homes sell during the last 3 weeks. And then we had 3,312 go into escrow. So yes, our inventory level will increase a little bit, but we need that. We need that to get into a strong, healthy market and get out of the seller's market where pricing is going up. All right, and the last thing that I want to mention, and the big kicker here, is the fact that 50%, it's actually 53% of homeowners in America right now have over 50% in equity in their house. So there's a lot of homeowners out there that have majority of their wealth probably stored in the equity of their home. So those folks, if they need the capital or they need the cash, they have access to it in the equity. So they can go, if they need cash, they can go refinance and pull out some equity. They can get out a home equity line and pull that out to pay off bills and get caught up. But also they could turn around and sell their house to capture that. And I think that's where we're gonna see some inventory come, but we're not gonna see those foreclosures or short sales come from that, considering more than 53% of homeowners have more than 50% of equity. All right, guys, so I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you where pricing is going, but from what I see and everything that I'm looking at, it tells me that we're still in a strong market and we shouldn't see pricing go down. Sure, are there gonna be some deals to be had out there, some people that have to sell, and maybe some people that are in a tough situation? Yes, and I feel for them, but there will be some of those folks. And I think there will be some opportunity for you buyers out there to maybe get a good deal. Do I think pricing is going to come down significantly? I really don't. I think actually the real estate market's the safest bet to be in right now, or the safest investment to be in right now, because it protects you from all the other unknowns, such as the stock market jumping up and down, such as inflation. It's a really good, solid asset to own, especially here in San Diego. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to us. Everybody here at True Local Realty is studying this, staying on top of it, and we can assist you. All right, hope you're doing well, and talk to you soon.